Now to Lindsey, I miss you more than I can even put into words, but I'm gonna do this. I got it.
Coming up on News 13 this morning, South Carolina is moving forward after the death of Senator Lindsey Graham. We'll take a look at how the loss will reshape the state's standing on the national stage.
Then family and friends of a teenager killed in a weekend shooting are remembering the boy who loved band and mourning his loss.
Now, your Storm Tracker 13 forecast first, sponsored by George Sink Injury Lawyers.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Jeff McCoskey.
And I'm Adriana Cotero. Today is Tuesday, July 14th. Good morning, everyone. We appreciate you waking up early with us. And Hannah, we're looking at our weather now. So today, feeling pretty good, but then we're going back to the heat.
Yeah.
But we did get some rain.
Yeah, we
lost, what, 24 hours all over?
We got a lot of rain, especially in the PD on the west side. Everybody got at least 2 inches of rain. For us, there was like a spot in Myrtle Beach and like outside of Longs that got 2 inches, but most of us still got at least a couple tenths of an inch.
Yeah,
so
we'll take it.
Yeah,
and
it's not
anything
nothing.
is good at this point.
Anything is good. It's all going to be very helpful, but the PD really got that beneficial rain yesterday, and there's going to be a few more showers and thunderstorms around today, just not quite as many as what we saw yesterday. But either way, the showers and storms that do pop up can still dump a lot of rain very quickly. We have very, very high humidity, which means we're looking at higher rainfall rates. So that'll be something to watch for storms that do appear. There's nothing going on right now, though. Temperatures are slightly cooler west of I-95, really not that big of a difference. So the coast, a little warmer, but we're talking like a 1 or 2 degree difference. Not that big of a change compared to 24 hours ago. Temperatures are 71 to 75. It is very cloudy outside once again, so this is going to keep temperatures from warming rapidly like they did a lot last week. You know, the clouds are going to keep the temperatures a little bit more constant for a while, but they will eventually warm into the 80s, and the winds are still out of the northeast. For now, they'll be shifting tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, showers and storms, just like what it looked like yesterday for your timing. Temperatures will be around 84. Florence is slightly below average with a high of 88, and the 90s return tomorrow.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. Well, first this morning, at least 3 people were hurt in a 3-car rollover crash last evening in Florence County. West Florence Fire Rescue was called to the intersection of West Palmetto Street and Ebenezer Road just after 8. 3 cars were involved in the crash, and one of them had flipped over, trapping 1 person inside. Crews were able to get everyone out of the vehicle safely, and officials say they all had minor injuries. Highway Patrol is investigating the cause of the crash. An attempted murder suspect wanted in North Carolina has been arrested in South Carolina. 46-year-old Laco Layden Jones was picked up yesterday in Myrtle Beach. He was wanted by police in Burlington, North Carolina on charges of attempted murder and assault by strangulation. Details of the alleged crime have not been released. The arrest was the result of a coordinated effort between the Myrtle Beach Police Department, the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, and the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation.
And one PD community is in mourning and looking for answers following the death of a teenager in a weekend shooting. 17-year-old Lake City High School student Zylan Dixon was killed and 3 others wounded. Authorities say the shooting happened late Saturday night near the Glendale subdivision in Florence. Police say the other 3 people should be okay. Dixon was in the high school band and on the wrestling team. Chelsea Harris is the former band director at Lake City High. She says she knew Dixon for 3 years and was heartbroken to learn what had happened.
It's hard to believe. It was shocking because I talked to Zylan a good bit, and he was such against violence and anything like that. He just de-escalated things, and he was a very calm person. So to know that his life was taken was just such an awful thing to hear.
Authorities have not released any other details about the shooting, but anyone with information is asked to call the Florence County Sheriff's Office.
News 13 on-time traffic, sponsored by Joy Law Firm. Just call Joy.
The time is 6:04, and there's no reported accidents across Horry County this morning. It also has been raining for a while, so you're not going to run into any wet roads. This is a live look at Highway 501 near 544. southbound side, you can see more cars, of course, there. Usually around that curve is when it begins to get a little bit slower around Coastal, but you can tell it is a little on the cloudy side once again this morning. Drive time is 8 minutes from Mr. Joe White to 82nd Parkway. Interstate travel is looking good, though, from Florence to Lumberton. We'll take a live look near TV Road on I-95. Mostly cloudy skies overtaking the area again there as well. And everything is traveling nicely, definitely a little busier than 501, of course, though. For downtown Florence, it is only 3 minutes from 5 Points to Irby.
It's difficult to believe that Lindsey Graham is no longer here with us, that we won't run into him at a media day or share a joke with him at this afternoon's vote. The halls of the Senate already feel empty without him. And I know I'm not alone in that feeling.
Congress returned to Washington Monday without one of the nation's most prominent lawmakers. Flowers are sitting outside Senator Lindsey Graham's Washington home and office, and flags are flying at half-staff in his honor. On the Senate floor, a moment of silence was followed by speeches from top lawmakers. And back here in South Carolina, Governor Henry McMaster appointed the sister of the late Senator Graham to serve out the remainder of his term. Darlene Graham Nordone has worked in leadership positions within South Carolina state government for more than 28 years. She was one of the late senator's most devoted supporters.
Her older brother raised her from the time she was 13 years old after both of their parents died, and he was only in his 20s at that time. Graham never married or had children. His sister was his closest family member. Nordone will be sworn in at 2:30 this afternoon in Columbia, and right now flags again are flying at half-staff in Senator Graham's honor. President Trump also ordered flags be lowered to half-staff nationwide until Saturday evening to honor Graham.
So what happens next with Graham's seat? A special election is now on the schedule. Candidate filing will open next Tuesday, July 21st, and will last for 1 week. The South Carolina Election Commission now says early voting will run August 5th through August 7th, with the Republican primary on August 11th. If no candidate secures the 51% needed to win the nomination outright, a runoff will be held on August 25th.
And Senator Graham's death will have a lasting impact on the political landscape both in South Carolina and across the nation. CCU political science professor Michael Norris says South Carolina has lost one of its most influential voices in Washington.
It's a blow for South Carolina. We will not, barring somebody coming up that has those kinds of skills, we won't have that kind of luxury probably going forward. Graham was just one of those rare birds that really knew how to get stuff done. Those people are few and far between, right? There's 100 senators, but there's only 10 of them maybe that really know how to play that game well. He was one.
After more than 3 decades in Congress, Norris says Graham built an impressive amount of influential relationships and experience, which helped to secure federal funding for projects across the state.
That's right, to name a few. That includes the ongoing beach renourishment project, grants to Myrtle Beach International Airport, and even the future pedestrian bridge at CCU.
There are federal dollars that are coming to fund that project. And the reason that they're coming to there is because of Lindsey Graham. Because of that, hopefully, lives will be saved at Coastal, where I work and live, where my children play.
Norris says Graham's influence extended beyond South Carolina. Despite contentious relations with President Trump in 2016, Graham became one of his most trusted advisors on foreign policy.
Still to come, an update on a controversial industrial corridor on 501 and what community members could see coming soon.